Hello everyone, my name is Jason. I'm here for a Daily Dose of Hope Day 346. So nice to see you and nice to meet you and nice to see you again. So Daily Dose of Hope is an attempt that we are trying to go into the middle path. So on our planet, we have the yin and yang symbol. And within the yin and yang symbol, there are two sides, right? So the one side on this side and the other side, two sides of the coin. But what we try to do is walk down this middle path. Many of us, I'm sure, have been walking down those darker paths or those lighter paths, and we found that it was very hard to find happiness there. We're searching in one side or the other for happiness, but realizing that it wasn't there, it was never there, that the happiness is right there, right in the center. But we see everything that's playing out around us, but we don't jump into judgment or fear or anger or any of these sorts of things. So that's what a Daily Dose of Hope is. And before we begin, just share quickly my website, my site here, and I have a few offerings. I offer spiritual guidance, sound healing, and we also have a lightworker community. So with the spiritual guidance, it's a channeling session, and I have 3 flavors. 1 question session where you can just ask 1 question if you have something on your mind, a 30-minute session, and then a 60-minute session if you want to really go deep. So I have that, and then also the sound healing, and then offerings. I have this Lightworker community. So Lightworker community is it's a subscription. We meet twice a month, and we have 2 channelings. We have channelings there, and we also have a sound bath once a month. And with the Lightworker subscription, you also get access to all of the archives. So about 50 hours of channeled material, which is a whole bunch, and all the sound baths too. So we have over 30 sound baths. So you get access to that as well. So yeah, that's that. So if you're interested, the link is below. And I'd like to go into today, first, before we begin, since I started doing the Course in Miracles again, to share my lesson from today. So lesson 1, the Course in Miracles, is nothing I see in this room or anywhere means anything, right? And then the next one is, I've given everything all the meaning it has for me. So we see all these things around us. We see all these different things that are happening in our world, and we have all of these meanings we attach to them. You know, that this happened, that means this or that. A good example of this might be what's going on in the mass media now or in the news. Things are changing quite rapidly, and many people are saying that they know what's going to happen next. Well, we know exactly what's going to happen. This is going to happen. And we don't know what's going to happen. No one really knows. And so it's a judgment. And so that's what this is about. And the reason that we want to escape these sorts of things, hold on, I'm closing some windows so I don't crash my computer. The reason that we want to escape from that is because we are trapped by everything that we see around us. We are trapped by our judgments of things. We are trapped by the past. So I see, for example, in this, let's see, what do I have? This pencil or whatever. I see this pencil is a pencil that I've had for a long time, and I see it, for me, it's like a pencil that helps me to write a lot of music. It's like it's an architectural pencil, or a pencil that architects would usually use, and I've had it for like over 20 years, and it's really actually a good pencil. But yeah, so I just see it as a pencil, as a tool that allows me to write music. But who knows? Maybe this pencil could actually save the world. We have no idea. Or this pencil could stop a nuclear war, you know, whatever it is. We don't know. We're not sure. So all we see maybe is a pencil, but we have our judgment on what a pencil is. And even the word pencil, you know, we created that word. Maybe it's not even a pencil. So I've given everything I see all the meaning. And then The next, I don't understand anything I see. These thoughts mean nothing. I'm never upset for the reason I think. Uh, I see only the past, right? So everything that we're doing, we're just seeing the past. We have just our past experiences that inform our experiences now. If we do this, then this happens. If we do this, then this happens. And that we get trapped in this like feedback loop. And so my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I see nothing as it is now, right? So, and then the Course in Miracles is just wonderful how it progresses. And the whole point of the first part of it is to kind of wean you off of your judgment of the world that you see. And then once you move deeper into it, the next part is that you accept or you try to invite the Holy Spirit or God into your mind, so that instead of putting your judgment onto everything, you let it be what it needs to be, and you let Spirit guide you. You let your guides guide you, and so it's a very freeing experience. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah, and so in my meditation this morning, I had this thing today where I was, one of my new meditations that I do is like when I scan my body, the first thing I do in the morning is I just scan my body, and I'll just go and see what I see in each part of my body. When you're sleeping, when you're dreaming, you travel all over the universe, and all kinds of different things happen. And so it's really important to clear your body and also to see where your body is. And most of the time, when we're in our waking world, there's so many things that are happening that we don't even focus on what's going on. And oh, hey, Kathy, welcome. So yeah, we don't really focus on that. So this is what I do. I start up with the higher chakras, and I just see if there's any images or anything there. If there's nothing there, it's fine. Just going through. And so today I had an image. It looked like, I was thinking it was like underground, under the pyramids, but I'm not sure. I saw some sort of writing on the wall. It might have been hieroglyphs, I'm not sure. But then there was this white being to the left of me, and he was kind of trying to avoid being seen. And so I was like, And so I went, then I went into my deeper meditation, and I found out what it was. It's, so this, I'm going to share this, but I want everyone to understand that there is nothing to fear. There's nothing ever to fear, but it's also important to understand all of this stuff. And I'll preface this with this idea. On our world, we have many viruses, we have many parasites, we have many things that can affect us. But if we have a good immune system, if we are living our life, if we're following our heart, then we really don't have to worry too much about these things. They are there, but it's not like they are an enemy. It's just something that's coexisting in our planet at this moment, like the yin and yang. It's not like we have to kind of be afraid of this, or oh my God, the world's, it's just there. Just like every day we walk through our world, and there are probably millions of parasites, millions of bacteria, millions of viruses all around us. We just go to work, we drive home, we get on crowded subways, we're fine, Every once in a while we might catch a cold or something, So that's the idea. Preface it with that. So what happened was, though, I saw this this thing. It was like this white kind of being. So I started my meditation. I was kind of connecting finally with source energy, and it's beautiful when you do that, because you finally get rid of all that stuff that's weighing you down, and you're just in the light. And then in the light, I was noticing something was there. I was like, oh, that's the being from before. And I looked at him, I was like, and he was kind of doing this kind of weird dance. He had his kind of head down, and he was doing a dance, and it was all a being in all white, but almost looked like he wore a sheet over his head, so you couldn't really see. You could see like the facial structure, but not really. And just like, okay, hello, who are you? And turns out it's a I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this or not. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it. Sorry, never mind. But anyway, whatever it was nothing to worry about. I guess the point, maybe before I should, the whole point of this is that there are many things in our world that we might look upon as frightening, but if we understand that if we are focused on our health, and not just our physical health, but our, we have a physical body, we have our, etheric body, we have our emotional body, mental body, spiritual body. If we focus on our health on all of the different levels, we are invincible. And that's the whole point. So that we can see these things and not be, so I was seeing this thing and it's not scared, just like, okay, whatever, this thing is there. And there are many things that are out there, but it's not something that I'm worrying about. And but yeah, sorry, I kind of went down this path, and now I all right, I'll just go. Okay, it's a mind virus. This is a mind virus. It's created by artificial intelligence. And this mind virus is there, and it works just as a normal, as a physical virus, the same way. It's there, and it will create sadness and fear and anger and all that stuff that we're trying to get in the middle of, so we're not in it. And if you're not aware of your emotions, it can be very easily to be affected. You can easily be affected by this thing. And the whole point is that when you are in fear or anger or sadness, then it's easier for you to get sick. So if your immune system is compromised, then this mind virus will come in, and it will make you, it will worsen your health, basically. So it's kind of like not necessarily a new thing, but it's something that I picked up on today. And they're starting here in this country, of course, for some reason, as usual. But I was asking, I put it in the neutralizer. I had this thing called a neutralizer, so that they have to tell me the truth. They have to tell me where they come from, what's happening. So this doesn't come from any one country. It comes from, somewhere in the middle of the ocean, underwater. So it's not a place that we know. And there are many of them. But their weakness, here we go. So the weakness is that they cannot affect us if we have a strong immune system. And by immune system, not just physical, but also emotional. If we are in our peace, if we are walking down that middle path, we're free. And so that's why it's so important to be walking down the middle path in these times. That if we're walking down that middle path, it's just like, okay, fine, you are over there, you're over there, I'm right here. They can't come in the middle path. They can't come in the place of neutrality, because the place of neutrality is when we are in our true power. So that was one thing. They also, another weakness is, I think, do I have mine here? Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Another weakness is these things. I don't know if you have them in the States or not, but these are really big. But they're, it's a electric pulse massager thing. So you have these kind of things that you put on your body, like wherever it is. It's kind of like stimulating your, what's it called? Stimulating the same points as the acupuncture points. And so it's, you just plug it in, and I'm sure they have these in the States. I'm not sure. I mean, they've been in Japan for forever. But it's electricity, not a large amount, but a small amount of electricity that pulses through your body, and it helps with your circulation. But they don't like this. So another thing. So if you're feeling low and you're not feeling in your place, just, there we go. The one I have is this company, but they're all fine. I just bought the one that was the least expensive. But they all work well. And they also, in Japan, they have this thing called the denki buro. Denki means electricity, buro means bath. And so if you go to a lot of hot springs, they'll have a place where they're sending electricity through the bath. And I know many people might be like, oh my God, what's going on? It's not a high frequency of electricity, and not the whole bath. It's just a portion of it. And then you just go sit in there, and you're, oh. They don't like that either. So anyway, just to explain this, and And then I guess that was the point then. That's why it's so important to stay on the middle path, to not get caught up in all of this stuff that's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. And by getting caught up, I mean, not getting, what's the word? Not getting emotional about stuff. Just understanding that it's all got to be there. And I think one really important way, if you're not really able to do this at the moment, I really recommend the Course of Miracles, because it really helps you to stay in that middle path. I mean, once you realize, I don't know what anything's for, maybe this mind virus is there to help us ascend. And then if we think about it, of course it is. Of course it is. This is how we know. This is how we know we're in our power. So, Kathy, you're saying, lol, not so scary, but is it created by the forces that want to keep us asleep? Of course. Of course. This is something that wants to keep us from ascending. And say, I must get myself one of those. Just Googled Omron electric nerve stimulator. Electric nerve stimulator. That sounds very science fiction. And that's what this whole Daily Dose of Hope is about. It's about this crazy time that we're in. It's kind of like a low-budget science fiction film. So the Omron electronic nerve stimulator sounds very, what's the word? Apropos? Never used that word out loud before. So, and then the next thing I wanted to talk about, and it's kind of related, is that I'm on this new thing now, a visioning kick. And I thought it might be fun if any of you out there would be interested in visioning. So the visioning kick is, so we spend maybe about 10 minutes a day visioning the future that we want to see. So about 10 minutes. And, you could do it when you're folding laundry, or you can do it when you're like cooking dinner, or if you're stuck in traffic, anything. And the whole idea is that the first part of the visioning process is that you look for any visions. So you ask, okay, so you are in your life at this moment, and there are things that you would like to do, places that you would like to go. Maybe you don't feel comfortable where you are and you want to go somewhere else in your life. So just ask for some visions first. And if there's no visions, just move on. But yeah, first step, just ask and see, and spend a few minutes with it. Don't just say, oh, there's nothing, I don't want to see it. Just, and even if there's nothing, at least you spend some time in silence. And then just see if there's anything there. And if there's nothing there, then move on to the imagination stage. Start imagining the life that you would like to be living now. Just basic manifestation kind of stuff. But I thought it might be fun if we do it as, more than one person starts to do it. If we just do it as a big group, and then kind of report back on what we're getting, what we're finding. And also, when you start to do something together, it increases the power of it. So yeah, so create your life that you want to live, and it would just be fun to see. I'm going to start doing it. I have started doing it, and but yeah, just to see how your life starts to change, next month, or 3 months from now, 4 months from, So that's what I wanted to say about that. Keone, you say, do you know Sophia, the mother goddess? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I'm going to go into a channeling, and I'm going to ask today, here we are at, where are we at? April 5th, 2025. And here in Japan, the cherry blossoms, which are a huge thing here, one of the biggest festivals of the year, are in full bloom. And so everyone's just going nuts. And Kathy says, sounds good. I'll start envisioning. Yeah, please, that'd be great. And yeah, so it's all in full bloom, and but they are spraying the skies today. So they're trying to, I guess, this will be the last full day that people can enjoy them, and then they're gonna bring on the rains. Woo! So I'm gonna go into a channeling, and I'm gonna ask, what do they have to say for today? Anything about the mind virus guys, or anything about visioning? So here we go. Greetings, we are that one that you know of as Sandalphon, and we are happy to be here with all of you, to be able to see all of you, to be able to share in this energy that this being has created, this space on your internet, this space on your planet, this period of time when you can come and share in the concept of peace. We're very happy that these pockets of peace exists throughout your world. He is, of course, not the only one that is creating pockets of peace, but they're very powerful, and they grow day by day, and more are creating these pockets of peace, even though they don't name it as such. They are. And on your planet at this moment, there are many different things. There are many different things that are moving at the same time. You could say that there are many different moving parts that are involved in what is going on. And there are many different stories that are being interwoven. And the story that this being is talking about is one of the stories that is being interwoven. There are forces that are working against you, and there are forces that are working for you. And you understanding that once you work in the middle path, you are working in the path of neutrality. So there are no forces against you. There are no forces for you. You are operating outside of the paradigm. You are operating outside of the paradigm of this third dimension. And by doing so, it enables you to step out of the story, to step out of all these intertwining narratives, and to understand the overall picture. And this is what we'd like to bring through first today, is the overall picture of what is going on your planet. You might say, what the heck is going on down there? And that is what is happening. Many things are happening. But what is truly happening is the unveilment of love. Love that has been hidden. That is part of this process. All of the sides, the two sides, the polarities, are being charged to a very, very large extent. They are being charged to the point where they will not be able to be charged anymore. So they are being charged at capacity. And the reason is to push as many people as possible into the middle. You see, if something is too charged, one way or the other, your discernment starts to kick in, and you start to question it, and that pushes you into the middle path. And that is what is happening. They're heating up both sides, and so the heat is so hot. It's so hot that it's hard to handle, and so people will try to get away from the heat. And where is there no heat? There's no heat in the middle. And so that is what is happening at this moment. And because this is happening, this is also part of the disclosure, because things that were hidden within each of the sides have to come out when the heat is rising. It is a boiling pot, and all of the things that were at the bottom of the pot are stirred up by the boiling water, and you're able to see everything that was there. You see, before, when the heat was not so high, you could live in that part of the yin and yang symbol without even realizing where you were, without even realizing the firmament, without even realizing the things that you were standing upon. But now, as it is boiling, it is water now, and everything is clear, everything is available. You are able to see everything that is happening. And so that is what is happening. The intense charge is allowing for all of you to find that middle path, and to realize that that is the pathway out of this dimension. That is the ascension out of the third dimension, is realizing that, is understanding that this paradigm shift, it starts with your perception first. You start with your perception. You start with understanding that where you stand is very important. You understand now that there's two sides. And then you understand, as there are two sides, that you are in neutrality. And so that everything that is happening doesn't really matter in the way that it mattered to you before. It matters, but it also doesn't matter, because you start to realize when you're neutral that you are not really a part of this place. And this is what many of you are in at this moment. You are enjoying, as this being has said before, the last vestiges of the third dimension. You're still trying to have these these relationships with this third dimension. You're still trying to jump into it a little bit just to experience the spiciness of it, but it's too spicy. It's too hard to exist in that space anymore, as you're finding. But yet you're not quite acclimated to this neutral point, because there isn't as much spice here. There isn't all of the things that were there in the other. Everything was provided for you in the other parts of the polarity, but here you provide everything. You are creating your own reality. And this can be hard to take at first, because it is quite a big responsibility. You create it from the bottom up. Everything. None of the structures are provided for you. You are the structure. You are the one that will create everything from the bottom up. And that is what you are all approaching. And that is why this being has been guided to talk about visioning as well, because this is where you are approaching. The two polarities have been heated up, and you've been moving to the middle path. Many of you have been moving to the middle path. And the next step is the step of creating, of visioning, of seeing the future. And as this being said, it is a mixture of visioning and imagination. It is a mixture of downloading the information and also using these sparks that you get from your imagination to create as well. And so that is where you all are at this moment. And yes, and that is where this mind virus also is part of it. This mind virus is part of the heating up of everything that is happening. These mind viruses are nothing new. They have been a part of your experience since the beginning of your experience here. But now they are being revealed as what they are. And once you see them for what they are, a being that is doing a dance, a being that is just doing a dance, like all of you were doing your dances on these sides of the polarity. It is just fulfilling its role as a part of that polarity, and it is pushing you to the path of neutrality. And so that is what everything is for at this moment, is to help you into this neutral path, so to start you on the path of visioning your future. Oh, all right. So yeah, speaking of visioning the future, I'm kind of moving into, well, I'm going to start doing on this channel, so you'll start to see it, some Japanese channelings as well. But my Japanese, I have like broken Japanese. It's not the best, and so I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I think it's really important to start bringing these messages in. And I've been practicing a bit, offline, and the messages are really nice, and they're very much geared towards the society here, because it is a very, very specific society that's very different, and the messages are a bit different from what, it's the same idea, but they seem to be structured more to this. But I'm a bit nervous about it, but you might see it. So if you see like Japanese, if you understand Japanese, that's fine. But otherwise be like, what's he going on about? And thanks, Kathy, for the idea. Thank you. I'm going to do a quick pocket of peace. This is just a real short one for today, just to kind of clear up. Let's see, to help us into the neutral point. This will be a what is it called? To help with our immune systems, which are not just physical. So to help our biofield immune system. Kathy is a mind virus, just a being doing a dance. Yeah, as he said, just a being doing a dance, like we all are. Why would you be afraid of a being doing a dance? You can just look away. Okay, interesting. That guy's doing a dance. I don't want to do that dance. So yeah, here we go. So I'd like you to imagine that you are in a place that makes you feel really relaxed, just in a place where you can just kind of sit back and relax. And then just imagine you're there, and this light of unconditional love comes, and it is the color, it's a golden color mixed with some autumnal colors, some falling leaf colors. It's a really nice, beautiful, welcoming light. And this light kind of shaped like an egg, and it kind of approaches you and surrounds you, and now you're kind of in the middle of this energetic egg that is unconditional love. And it's just like this lovely hug. It's like the most loving hug you've ever had in your life. And it just it melts your heart. You just feel so good. And you feel like, wow, I feel better than I've ever felt before. I feel more at home than I've ever felt before. And this gentle, energetic hug just, it allows all of the things that you're holding on to that you didn't need anymore to just go away. And they just fall away. And then this gentle, energetic hug expands out, not just from your physical body, but into your emotional body. So all those emotions, all those traumas, all those things that you've experienced throughout your life that you thought that you maybe got rid of, maybe projected them out somewhere in your field. Imagine them all just kind of washing away. Maybe they want to show you a scene first before they go away. Maybe you need to see something there. And so you just see them all, just see them washing away. You forgive them, let them go. So now not just your physical body, but your emotional body feels so relaxed. It feels good. It feels so clear. And now let's go to your mental body. Let's clear up that mental body, all those beliefs and ideas that have been getting in your way, all of those programs. By programs, I mean just words or sentences that you may repeat to yourself over and over again in your mind, like, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, or I'll never do this, or I'm always this, I'm always that. Just look at them all. You can see them all kind of running. It's like a factory with all these different tape loops running. That's the one that says that about me. That's the one that says that about me. And that's the one that always gets me whenever something good happens. I know for myself, like whenever I'm in a situation that's good, I always end up sabotaging it somehow. And then, somehow that's a program that was there, and I see that program running over there, and I say, yeah, I see it, but you know what, I don't like that program. I don't want that anymore. That has never served me. that is always hasn't served me. So we'll just imagine that we're sending this light out into it, and we're just kind of stopping all those different programs. We're kind of stopping the tape, and then let's just imagine that they just kind of evaporate into light. We don't need them anymore. Maybe they serve their purpose. Maybe they got us from point A to point B, but we don't need them anymore. And let's replace all those programs with the program of love, that we are made of love and we are capable of everything and anything. We are more than capable. We can do anything that we set our minds to. We are always successful. We are always loving, and everywhere we go is a loving space. That's the program we're setting up. All right, so we're setting that up into the mental body. So all those other programs, we're saying we're closing them down, shutting them down, and then we're evaporating them into light. And now we just have this lovely love program that's working in the background, and it will continue to work in the background even if we're not thinking about it, so that everywhere we go, become lovely. Everything we'll do will become lovely, and we will be successful at everything we do because we are love, and we're remembering that we're love, and we're just reminding our mental body, hey, we're made of love. Remember that? Yeah, we don't need all those other programs. Good. And then we're just sending that love out deeper into the spiritual realm, and so that our higher selves, and we're just connecting directly with our higher self now. Oh, it feels good. Feels good, feels real, and we can communicate now with our higher self. Our higher self will bring down wisdom for us, bring down ideas and everything. And this connection, we have a direct connection now. We can connect directly now, so that there's nothing standing in the way. Those programs are not standing in the way. So we directly connect with our higher self, who has the blueprint of what we need to do on this planet, and he can or she can bring it down to us. And we can just download it. It feels good. It feels good. So now just feel this feeling of your whole body just feeling at peace and healthy now. You've gotten to the base of everything. So there is no reason for sickness or fear or anger or anything anymore, because we've taken it away. We've just realized that was just a program that was running in the background. But now we've got the program of love running in the background. And isn't that wonderful? And now this feeling that we're feeling is just so amazing that it just wants to expand, and it does, and it does, and it expands throughout our room and then out, out into the world. And so that everyone who feels this, they're saying, wow, what is that? This feels so good. I feel like I'm healthy for the first time in my life. I feel like not just physically healthy, but like I feel really good. I feel light, like I can do anything. That all those things that were in my way are not in my way anymore. That they are never there. They're never in my way, and that I'm free. And all those stories of fear and sadness and anger all over the world are just replaced with love stories now, because that's what they all are, and that's what we are. And so we're just sending this love out throughout the whole universe, and so that everyone is just feeling it and downloading it, and everyone's just feeling this love, love, love. And it feels so good, and it's traveling out throughout all of the highways and all of the byways, everywhere. This is pure love, and this is your birthright. And so we're just sending it out, and just let's kind of feel this thing all day today, or all night, or all, until we do the next one. Just feel how wonderful it feels now that you've just cleared out all that stuff. And you're free. And if there's anything else that you need to clear out, you know how to do it now. You just go into your emotional body, go into your mental body, just see what's there and see what you don't need anymore. And there's no need to fight with anything. Just see it as it is. Observe it. Observation is the most powerful thing. That is what we're learning on this planet, this moment, that we just observe and things fall away because we are looking with the light of love. All right. So, yeah. Kathy says, so an angry person is just a being doing a dance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we also, when you think about like anger too, like always wonder, the anger has to come from somewhere. So anger usually comes from pain. So when someone's angry, they're in pain and they're suffering. And that's why they're showing that anger. So understanding that gives you a little bit of compassion. Kathy, you say, excited about my Japanese channelings, keen to hear Jesus speak in Japanese. Yeah. But he's got to use my broken Japanese to speak, so it's got man. But yeah, I'm slowly building up the courage. Yeah, it takes a while. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys are hopeful. Thanks, Keone and Kathy, for joining in. And hopefully see you all tomorrow. And as they say, go beach. Enjoy the cherry blossom season if you can. And yeah, ciao for now.